Hello students, welcome in English class. As you all know that nowadays we are just doing the revision of our chapters, and today we will start with the second chapter of Flamingo book, that is Lost Spring, Stories of Lost Childhood. So there are two main characters in this story. One is Sahib-e-Alam, Sahib, a rag picker, and secondly is Mukesh, son of a bangle maker. So these two characters are present in this story. As you all know that this story is divided into two parts. Firstly about Sahib-e-Alam and secondly about Mukesh. So firstly, introduction about the story. The story Lost Spring describes the pitiable condition of poor children who have been forced to miss the joy of childhood due to the socio-economic condition that prevails in this man-made world. So here the writer wants to say that writer is Annie Jung. So she observed that these children has lost the joy of their childhood due to the pitiable condition they are having. These children are denied the opportunity of schooling and forced into a labor early in life. They are having not any opportunity to go to school. Annie Jung given voice to eliminate child labor by educating the children and to enforce the law against child labor by the government strictly. The call is to end child exploitation and let the children enjoy the days of spring that bring joy under their feet. So, writer Annie Jung warned that there should some steps taken against child labor by government strictly, and these children should enjoy the days of their spring. So this is the introduction about the story. So now we will start with its first story, that is about Sahib. So its first line is like that: sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. So this is the first part, very first part of this story, this chapter. Here the writer Annie Jung, when she meet with Sahib, then Sahib told her that sometime I find a rupee in the garbage. So the writer give impression about the life of the poor rag pickers. The rag pickers have migrated from Dhaka and found a settlement in Simapuri. Dhaka is a region of Bangladesh. When there was storm in Bangladesh, then in 1971 or in 1972, these people migrated to Simapuri in Delhi. So Simapuri is a area of Delhi. Their fields and homes had been swept away by storms. They had come to big city to find a living. They are poor. The writer watches Sahib every morning, scrounging for gold in her neighborhood. Gold here means garbage. Garbage is a mean of survival for the elders, and for the children it is something wrapped in wonder. Because the children may find so many things in garbage. The children come across a coin or two from it. Sometimes they found some coins. These people have desire and ambition, but they do not know the way to achieve them. They are having desires and ambition, but they don't know that how to achieve them. There are quite a few things that are unreachable to them, namely shoes, tennis, like. Later Sahib joins a tea stall where he could earn 800 rupees, and all the meals the job has taken away his freedom. So in the very first part of the story, what we see that the main character is Sahib. Sahib told the writer that they have come from Bangladesh in 1972 when a storm is there. That time they shifted to Delhi. Simapuri is an area where they are living in Delhi. So there are about 1,000 people who are living in Simapuri, and their main survival of their living is garbage picking. They just pick the garbage and sold them and bring some money for to eat food, we can say that. Sometimes they found some coins, 1 or 2 rupees coins in garbage. So it's like a surprise or give happiness to these children. Sahib, the name, his name was ironical because his name is Sahib. Sahib means the king of the world, but he was actually a garbage picker. So his full name is Sahib Alam. So the writer feels an ironical taste in his name because he was just a garbage picker, and the meaning of his name is the king of the world. So these children are very happy what they are doing. They feel very happy when they found something in garbage, and the shoes and the things which other children throw, they wear them very happily and feel very happy when they found such things. So they are also having desire and ambition, as like Sahib wants to be a tennis player and wants to be a shoes of tennis, but he did not know that how to achieve his dreams. So latterly Sahib joined a tea stall where he got 800 rupees and meal to eat, but he was not happy there because now he was not master of his own. This job has taken away his freedom. So this is the very first part of the chapter, and the second part of the chapter, I want to drive a car. This is a little bit different from Sahib's life. This is about the life of Mukesh. Sahib is happy with all the things that he having, but Mukesh is having a dream that he wants to become a car mechanic and he wants to fulfill his dream. So the second part deals with the life of Mukesh, who belongs to the family of bangle makers. Their family make bangles. Firozabad is best known for its glass blowing industry. So this story is from Firozabad. Nearly 20,000 children are engaged in its business, and the law that forbids child labor is not known here. So 20,000 children are involved in this business of bangle making, and they are not aware of the rule that child labor is illegal. The living condition and the working environment is a woeful tale. Means they are dingy cell very small rooms, and they have to work very close to hot furnaces. Furnaces means bhatti. Make these children blind when they step into the adulthood. It affects their eyesight. Weighed down by the debt, they can neither think nor find a way to come out of this trap. So these people never find out any way to come out from this trap. The politicians, middlemen, policemen, bureaucrats will all obstruct their way of progress. It means they make obstacles in their way. They never stand by them for them. The women in the household consider it as their fate and just follow the tradition. So the women of the house is also follow the same tradition and agreed that it was their destiny, it was their fate. They believed in their karma. Mukesh is different from the rest of the folk there. He dreams to become a motor mechanic. The garage is far away from his house, but he shall walk. Come across Mukesh in Firozabad. So in that way, Mukesh wants to fulfill his dreams. He wants to be a car mechanic. So there are two lifestyles of one is of Sahib and secondly is of Mukesh described in this chapter. I think now every point is clear with all of you because it was just a look on the chapter again. So now you have to solve the revision assignment of that. Thanks and have a great day.